Hey guys, this is Chris from Hometown Collective. I just wanted to put together a short and sweet tips and tricks video that would show you how to use the contour tool in Cricut Design Space to manipulate your images that come grouped together or welded together. So some of you buy cut files from us or from other people, and you might be disappointed that you got an image that is welded together and you were hoping each individual piece, like each one of the claws or the paw prints or the man cub letters, were individual, and that you would be able to manipulate them and change them independently of all of the other pieces. Well, we like to include a couple of different versions in our packs. Most of our files will come with option where it's all welded together like you see in front of you, or one that has multiple layers so that the layer panel will have more in it. But in case you do get a file from us, because we don't do that for all of them, if you get a file that's like this and there's just one layer and it's welded together, then here's a quick and simple way to separate these pieces out using the contour tool. So first of all, let me say this is what you'll do. You'll open it up, and this is our man cub image here, an SVG file we opened up in Cricut Design Space, and I'm just going to click Control C, Control V. So I'm using Control C and Control V because I have a Windows that I'm using right now, and I'll click Control C, V again, and for this purpose I made 3 copies of the image, and that's because I'm just going to separate it into 3 pieces. I'm going to have a claw piece, I'm going to have the little paw print here, the toes or whatever you would call them, and then I'm going to have the text as its own piece as well. So I have these 3 images. If I wanted to separate each individual piece out, I would copy it each time for each one of those pieces. So for the purpose here, I'm going to just start with the first one, just because I like to work in order. So I'm going to do just the claws and then just these paw prints, and then I'll leave just the text. So what do? So I select this first piece on the left, and I come over to the bottom right corner down here where it has the contour tool. So I'm going to go ahead and click on contour, and now what I can do is I can click on each of the pieces that I want to disappear. So I'm going to click on each one of these pieces down here and leave the claws in place. I'm going to click, 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 and as you can see on the left over here, those pieces are disappearing. So I'm just going to keep doing that, and I'm done with that piece. So now I have just the claws. So I'm going to click here in the middle one, come back over to the contour tool, and this time around I'm going to click on the claws because I want to get rid of those, and I'm going to click on the text pieces. Okay. And by clicking on each one of these pieces, they're going to disappear. And then I'll move over to the far right, click contour tool. This time around, I'm going to get rid of the paws and the claws and leave just the text. Okay. So now what that leaves me is these 3 chunks, and I'm going to arrange them back to where I want them to be for the composition. And that's looking okay. Might bump that up a little bit, and then I'll take the text piece. And now what this will allow me to do is to change the colors of these individual chunks that I created. So let's say I wanted to make that brown and leave this black up here, or maybe I thought the text was a little too big and I wanted to shrink it without changing anything else. I could do that, and I can select the claws as well. So that's it. That's the quick tip that I wanted to show you guys, and maybe allow you to do something you didn't know that you could do by simply just using the contour tool. So again, this was Chris from Hometown Collective. Just wanted this to be a quick video. Thanks for tuning in and checking out what we are putting out there. Thanks. Bye.